back, and this is round 3 of the ayahuasca adventures. So I'm gonna go through the third time I went out there. This time I ended up going back to the original spot that we started at. So up on top of the mountain, looking over the city, nice clear area, just a beautiful location with the ayahuasca circle with all the rocks and everything like that. So I arrive at the top of the mountain and I find my same place. We have a big group of people again. It was very similar to the first time that I went out there, and kind of got my same little place that I had the last time. My friend that was sitting beside me the very first time, that ended up getting blasted off to another world. He came again, which was awesome. And one thing I thought was really cool was as soon as he arrived, we're all talking and greeting each other, and the shaman walks up and he goes, "Hello, brother." He goes, "It's really good to see you back here. We got lots of work to do," right? Like no judging, no laughing, no nothing like that. So it was super, super cool in that sense. So anyway, we start the ceremony and the shaman starts coming around the people again, passing out the cups. We of course always do the tobacco first and then kind of wait for your turn in the line going down the circle. So my friend is one of the very first ones in line for some reason of the circle. He sat on the other side this time. And he took the cup, put the cup down, instantly, same thing happened. He was gone. He was already talking crazy before the ayahuasca cup even got to me. So that was reassuring that it was going to be, strong and it was going to do what it needed to do. So anyway, it gets to me. I take one cup, sits in my stomach for a little while. Don't feel that great. Puke it up like you normally have to. And then by that time, I start feeling a little bit, right? Like my body starts feeling a little bit different, and I start getting some kind of the effects. By the time the shaman came around for cup number 2, I took cup number 2. Same thing happened. So it sat in my stomach for a little while. Came back up like it always does, or it needs to. Like this is poison, like super toxic. You don't want to keep that inside of you. And anyway, after the last purge, I started feeling it like pretty heavily at that point. And I was just watching the fire, sitting there, with my blanket all cuddled up kind of thing on the ground. The ladies are singing in the background and chanting and drums, and shamans walking around with tobacco at this point, kind of trying to clear some of the energy and things like that, going around to specific people that were kind of going through heavy experiences at the point. And anyway, for me, then I was just looking at the fire, and then this one point it was just kind of like portal, and I was in a different place, like full DMT, exactly like they describe it. Like all the shapes, the colors, everything was one, united. This feeling of love everywhere. It didn't last for very long though. It was kind of like in waves, so it would come and like I'd see, and then it'd come back out, and I'm like around the fire, and then it hit again, kind of thing. And that went on for a little while, and then there were points during the night that everyone just ended up cracking up laughing because of someone saying something funny or being completely high, I guess, right? And so then anyway, we're all coming down, and we go to get prepared for the what's it called, the mezcla? Something like that in Spanish. And yeah, it's where they take the big rocks, big round river rocks. They have them like in a pile, like a big triangle, and they stack wood all around it. And then they light up this big bonfire to heat up the rocks and get them prepared for going into the sauna, the mud bath sauna. So anyway, we're doing that. Fire's going, big bonfire's going this time. And the shaman comes around with San Pedro in the cup, kind of. It's like our balancing mechanism, I guess. And anyway, we take the San Pedro, and I instantly feel like woken up, like leveled out, really quickly after that. So we get into there. We all crawl into the little tarped hut, right, for the mud bath ceremony sauna thing. So we get in, we do that, singing, everything like that, just like we did the time before. Come out. At this time, though, it was like I had even more of appreciation for what we'd just been through. I was able to let go more. I experienced more of the DMT. The medicine spoke to me even more than it did in the past. Feeling good. And then it kind of like clicks, like how the whole ceremony is like a death and rebirth of your perception. And it's beautiful, right? Like you go into this little tarp on the ground with these hot rocks, and it's nighttime. By the time they open it up, you see light for the first time, after a long night of battling ayahuasca. And it's kind of like a rebirth, right? You come out, you feel fresh, everything feels great. Then you have a shower to get all the mud off you with some like ice cold water from a garden hose. And then after that, we all ate fruit, talked about it, kind of gathered around and shared our experiences and what happened. And yeah, so this time I really felt like being cleaner, like physically in my body, was a big help on the ayahuasca path, because I think they're very, very correct where they say like it's only going to show you what you're ready to be shown, like it's medicine. So when your body's like not super clean, you've been drinking, smoking too much weed, doing whatever it is, those things just kind of like muffle down the experience. It kind of takes away from it, right? So this time, at that point, it had been probably a good year and a half, if not more, from the first time I went. So that had been a good process of cleaning up and cutting back on drinking, smoking, and everything else like that. And it made a difference. I noted it for sure. Like it made quite a bit of difference. Another thing too that I took a little bit more seriously on this round was the fasting ritual before. So they say you're not supposed to eat 24 hours before the ritual. Just because, you're going to be puking it out anyway, and I think the medicine's going to work a little bit quicker, a little bit more effective if you have nothing in your stomach that your body needs to process or digest or whatever it is. So yeah, this time was a powerful experience. This time I definitely did get the visualizations from DMT, like you always talk about. And yeah, that was round number 3. So if you guys liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, helps out the channel a lot, and I appreciate it. And stay tuned for round 4. So this will be kind of like one of the most powerful experiences for sure when I have done ayahuasca, so stay tuned for that.